Hello, I'm live. I got to find out where to look. I can back up maybe a little bit. All right, you guys. So this is my first time. I've never ever gone live before. I've never had a reason to go live before. So here I am going live. There's my camera. I think I should look up there. so um, I went like a couple minutes early here, and mainly because I wanted to make sure everything was proper. So I am live. Hope you don't mind me fidgeting with myself here. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. I don't know if I should just start talking or wait till somebody shows up or what. Um, I know I don't like staring at myself for 3 hours. oh, I've never had the need to go live. Everything has been pre-recorded for a reason. Nothing has ever been so personal, really. This is probably one of the first videos that I've ever done. Hi, Ashley. That I've ever done. First ever. Like literally, so many people have been affected by this, and what I'll do is just kind of give everybody a background on kind of how this all started. So, um, this happened in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona. Some friends of mine run a group called Community Kindness. And in this Community Kindness, it is what it says it is. It's kind of like a buy nothing group where people give stuff away for free. And it's kind of a tit for tat kind of wonderful group that's for community kindness. And this Jessica girl was in Ohio at this time and was trying to get back to Arizona. And she was trying to get back in this group. And this is kind of how it all started, where Angela and April had been really kind of looking into her for a little while, wondering what she was all about. And, I'm going to ask Ashley real quick because you're the only one on. Is the audio good? Can you hear me good? You can respond because you're the only one on. I can ask. Can you hear me okay? I'm not getting a response. Oh, everything is good. Okay, thanks. So anyway, this Jessica chick is in Ohio. She wants to come back to Arizona. She wants to get on this group, and she sends a picture off of herself holding a baby. And hi everybody. Okay, good. And in the picture, it is a picture of this girl holding a baby, 1-month-old baby. And I'm a new mother. Look at my baby. And I want to get back on the group and I want to get this and that. Well, Angela sent me the photo and said, hey, Shelly, take a look at this photo. Tell me, is this the same girl? So I got a picture of Jessica. I got a picture of this girl holding a baby. And right away, I was kind of like, no, but let's be sure. So I found, for those that have not watched the videos, okay, so there's going to be people on here probably watching that have no clue what this is all about. That's why I'm doing a little bit of a backstory. So anyway, there's a tattoo on Jessica's arm that is not on the photo of the girl holding the baby. So yes, we find out that this is not her baby. When you start doing more research, you're like finding all these images of this baby, and none of it makes any sense. And it's all kind of coming together that what Jessica is doing is scamming people on all these free groups. We're talking Amazon wish lists, baby registries, Target, Walmart, everything and anything she can get her hands in to go off on saying she had a baby and she needs gifts and needs items and money's too, So anyway, I'm going to keep watching the comments. So if you guys say anything, I'll jump in and try to respond. But so in all these groups, it really kind of comes down to finding out that Jessica is full of shit. Okay, it's really bottom line. But she claims some pretty horrendous stuff. So when she lived in Arizona, and she was on free Buy Nothing groups and also this Community Kindness. And when she was in Arizona, she was in a relationship with a man named John. And she had, for the longest time, put on this big facade that she was adopting this little girl named Trudy. And what I mean really by a shit show is this. So I didn't think when it first got involved in this that it was going to be so big, that it was this girl that is having a baby that didn't have a baby, was pretending this, and she was just scamming people. Well, it really unraveled and turned into be quite a thing as we dig deeper into it. So when she's in Arizona, she goes off on adopting this Trudy. And now that she's in Ohio, whatever, coming back to Arizona, wanting to get in the groups is how it all kind of unfolds. And if I'm sounding confusing, you guys got to let me know. That's why I'm an editor. I normally can edit myself. So, hi, Lindsay. Um, so really, maybe I should just get to the point, really bottom line with Jessica is that she has scammed a lot of people out of money, out of gifts for a fake baby, for a fake adoption. She has claimed domestic violence. None of that has been actually proven to be true. And what else? You guys tell me, what else would we got on this girl? Um, so she has used all these things to solicit money from her so-called friends. And these people aren't friends, obviously. They're just people that maybe felt sorry for her and wanted to help her out, throw her a bone. But a couple of them actually got kind of close to this girl and really kind of thought they were friends, but so be it. No, not the case. So anyway, she gets called out. And when Angela and April brought me this to begin with, I really thought it would be one video, but they're literally sending me all these screenshots from all these groups, and people are doing it. They're sending her money, they're sending her gifts. And so I go on the community kindness and I do a fraud alert. Basically, this girl's a fraud, she's a scammer, she's scamming all these people. Okay, I'll get that. Yeah. And you guys can talk to each other, too, so on that. But she literally goes on this. I put this on this group. Well, there was a couple people that were so involved with Jessica that they did not believe me at all. As a matter of fact, they kind of shut me right down. And I actually had one girl that is back in Michigan that sent me a message and, how dare I do this? How dare I call her out? She's a great, wonderful human being. And they just, it didn't happen until it happened. And then they saw it and it all came together. They started questioning stuff. And she's claiming mental illness and heart failure. It runs in the family, but if monitored, not that serious. Custody of her stepdaughter, yes, legally married to Hunter. Yeah, and these are really good points too. So right now where we're at with Jessica and Hunter is that they're in Ohio. We did 100% prove that Maverick does not exist, okay? CPS went out. And in the last video, I had the CPS lady on the phone and her telling us that they did lie about that and they did forge a document with a doctor's name that doesn't exist. But CPS wouldn't take it any further. That was it. They wouldn't do anything else about it. But we do know that. Okay, that is fact. That is factual. So what she has done, as she has solicited gifts and money for a baby that never existed, a fake pregnancy, which is criminal. And I think that's where I'm really trying to nail it, is the fact that she thinks that what she did is just like a slap, no big deal, right? I can just move on with my life. No, actually, it is a big fucking deal. And you know why? Is because a lot of people have been hurt really dramatically by this. And I'll tell you, I'm going to step in with Lindsay's dad, the dad of Hunter. Now, Hunter is a 22-year-old boy, and Jessica is a 43-year-old woman. And her history shows her manipulation with men throughout history. Well, with Hunter, they're living in Ohio. They're living with her mother's husband. And I don't know how far I want to go with that whole story, really. And I guess I'm going to keep watching the comments. But you have to put yourself there for a minute and imagine what that felt like for the sister and for the dad to actually think that a baby brother was coming into the picture, a little baby. The dad, a little boy where they can carry on the last name, and how incredibly excited they were that Hunter is going to have this little boy, and it turned out to be a fraud, a fake, and that it's not even real. I mean, just put yourself there and imagine how devastating that is. And they played this man, okay? They played him to the extreme with one text after another asking for money for baby Maverick. He's in the hospital. We need air conditioning. We have no food. We have all these things we don't have. And it's just, to me, that it's just devastating. And I want to go to the comments because I think that'll help me guide me with this. So, so right now too, and Hunter and Jessica have been pretty active on the YouTube videos that I've done, and they've made a lot of comments. And a lot of it is just diversion from actually what we're trying to to get out. They're not admitting to it. They're still not admitting to it. Okay. They actually told CPS the baby was stillborn. We know for a fact that the baby never even existed. And how messed up is that to even say something like that? So, but they're still not owning it. And then also proving that they're not legally married. It's not a big deal. It's a good thing for Hunter, really. But it's just what they hold on to. They just are not going to own their lives. They're just going to hold on to it. Money for prescription. Money for prescription. Oh, for the STD. Is that you can respond. I don't know if that was it or not. Physical and mental illness. Yes, she's claiming all that. So at this point, she's claiming bipolar, schizophrenia. Gosh, I don't know, maybe dementia, considering she can't seem to remember all her lies. In her heart, I read that one. Definitely hurt our family, that's for sure. And yeah, I know that. None of us have talked to her for years. So, okay, so a lot of the family of Jessica. So Jessica's family has really removed themselves from her, and because she is toxic. And the kidnapping story is factual. I mean, she literally did try to kidnap the cousin's baby, claiming to be her own baby. And but for some reason, when we put this stuff out there, Hunter is complete denial of that. And I really hope they jump on. I really do. I don't know if they will or not. None of us have talked. Okay, random odd little things to get money, like no power, no food, AC, of course, yes. That still just gives us the creeps. I thought mine was bad when I was 17 and he was 25. Yeah, the age thing. There is something of it. It is because 22 years old. I'm thinking for sure he thinks in this mentality right now that this is it, right? That he's going to love her for the rest of his life. He's 22 years old. I try to put myself at 22, and I'm thinking, oh man. How much my life has changed, like seriously, how many men I filtered through and all that. You just don't even make logical decisions. And then I think because of her age, she truly is probably manipulating him. Would you think that she's doing a manipulation on him? What's common in the family? The age difference? Is that what you're saying? Maverick's premature, premature. Well, and the thing with Maverick is we don't even have to talk about it. I mean, the truth is Maverick doesn't exist, never existed, and her game always has been about soliciting items for a baby, an adopted child, or then she's going to go into I'm getting evicted. She did a GoFundMe for getting evicted. I have no money. I got beat up, and the DV one was a big one for me. I'm sorry, not me going through it, but because already women have a really, really hard time with it in the court system trying to say they were hurt, and the judges going, yeah, I need more evidence, get out, you can't prove shit. So that really hit a nerve with me that she claimed that right to the end, that have her Hunter beat the shit out of her, right? She's coming back to Arizona and she's going to go stay in a DV shelter here in Arizona. And she's like on a bus, texting and asking for money for people, for whatever she wanted to get back here. And it was all one big lie over the domestic violence and staying in a shelter here. Really, it's some twisted things going on with that, I think. Oh, antibiotic for, okay. That lie was after they were caught with him. Lied about having a dog. Oh yeah, the dog. Oh yeah. Don't be going on about that dog stuff, the cat stuff. You're probably going to see a cat in my video in a minute here. Yeah. The Lysol, Angela. The Lysol. It's so funny about the Lysol. Actually, I had a girlfriend of mine, Jennifer. She had sent me a text and she said, I swear to God, I saw that post on Nextdoor that Jessica Seward. Now, remember, Jessica Seward is her name right now. Then when she was married to John at Seward, she was claiming Johnson, of course. Don't even put Johnson in there because you're not going to find it anywhere. And her maiden name is Lewis, but Jessica Seward, she went on Nextdoor asking everybody for Lysol. And Jennifer was like, oh, I know I saw that. I swear I saw that. She also lied in Amazon wish list groups on TikTok and book groups. Yeah, book groups. I've heard about that. They were evicted several times, apparently. Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. I think I had heard from somebody back Indiana or somewhere or something about them getting evicted. And then I think they ended up in Ohio. But she moves around. She's moved around a little bit, but she just happened using people wherever she goes. And the other thing too with these men, right? She meets them all on what, TikTok and Facebook. I mean, she hasn't met any of them in person that I'm aware of. And then like John, I know for a fact that John had never even met Jessica, and he flew out to Ohio on the day she was getting divorced and picked her up, and then they came back to Arizona. And that one lasted for, I don't know, a couple years with that. Yeah, tell my cats. He said, uh, so, but yeah, it's just, and John swears, he's told me straight up that he never knew anything about Trudy. And that one was, man, I didn't get that because I know one of the ladies, and unless I see him on here, I'm not going to use her name, but one of the ladies said that she used to drop stuff off at Jessica's place, gifts for Trudy. And she'd always say, well, where's Trudy? And Jessica always had one excuse after another. Oh, she's over there, and she's not over here. And I really think a lot of people have questioned how anybody like John could have been with her that long and not have realized that Trudy didn't exist. Because she had, her big story about Trudy, and Trudy having, I think it was Down syndrome or autistic or one of those. So, hey, stop it. See, she's already messing with my chair. So yeah, like how did she get away with that? But there was a lot of different stories with Trudy being a lot of things with her coming from like a 16-year-old girl that was raped. So Trudy came from a rape situation, and then she ended up in a shelter, and Jessica was going to adopt her from the shelter. And then right away, I think the biggest thing is like, who the hell would ever give her adopt a child to her? I mean, okay, come on, give me more questions. Give me more. And then she was engaged in November and supposed to have married in May, but met Hunter Christmas Eve and now married. Yeah, well, we know Morgan, she's not married. But yeah, the men, I mean, just like so many, but they never met her. Like, this is all women, right? We don't even have any men on here. It's all women. It's always been all women. When you go watch all of the YouTube videos, it's all women because women are taking a stand with this. Like, who the hell does that? Who fakes a pregnancy, goes through all that, and pretends to have this baby and still continues to lie about it? You guys are giving me words. Give me uterine, yeah, the IVF. Yeah, she had so many different lies with the whole pregnancy thing. And I really think it comes down to is that she probably had a hysterectomy at some point. She never ever could have kids. And is that her obsession then? Never being allowed to have children. Do you think that has something to do with her obsession? Or keeping men? I know one of the husbands told me that she had faked a pregnancy 3 times with him, and it was to keep him to stay because he didn't want to leave, or he wanted to leave. So she would do a fake pregnancy on that. But she still had 1 ovary and eggs, even though that wasn't the procedure. Yeah. When you question, you're blocked. Yes. And that's it too. And that's really how it started out right away with me when you came, and I sent Jessica a message, and right away is like, who do you think you are? And it's like, oh, I'm just kind of a person looking into it. That's who I am. And then block. I reached out to her mother, block. And that's why we know with all these fake profiles. So when we're looking at the scamming, what is it? How is she getting away with it? 2, it's all these fake profiles, right? I mean, how many do we have now? So she's probably, in my guess, running her mother's Facebook page, you think? She's got control of that. We're pretty much sure that those medical records that Hunter so graciously gave Ashley to prove that Jessica was in the hospital, I'm saying I still think that's the mom's or it could be the stepdads too. Yeah, multiple pregnancies. Sure, Morgan. That is, and that's what I mean with, women. I think women have taken an interest in all this because of that. Is women that can't have children that really want children, and for her to play people and play on people's emotions, and she's done that on many levels with people that have endured real trauma in life, and she plays off of that, and then they can relate. So it's a relatable thing, and then it's like sister, my aunt, we're all just close knit, and I love you. I love you. Yeah, as soon as you, yeah, as soon as you call them out, and you get blocked, but they'll unblock you when they have something to say to you. And that did happen with Hunter, because I had reached out to him before when I didn't really even know the whole story, and he's like, yes, I did hit my wife, and but I think it was her, because then immediately I got blocked. So that's the thing. I mean, if you notice today, if you guys are watching any of the comments today, Jessica's back on commenting now and going off with her comments. So now Jessica's taken over, and there's a part of me that thinks maybe Hunter has done some, but I think it's been, excuse me, I think it's been Jessica, 90% of it. By the way, unless she has different mom, her mom is most likely fake. But and I'll tell you, ladies, too, I did get a call today from Diana's sister, and she called and left a message, and I called her back, and she didn't answer. So I'm hoping she calls me back. If I can speak with the sister, Diana's sister, I will get, I think, a really good clarity on who this Diana Shelton is, and we'll get a little more information, a little bit about the mom and the history of that. Her, okay, fine, okay. She steals other people's traumas. Exactly, Tiffany, and she does. That's exactly what she does, and because she really probably doesn't even have any, and she creates them. She knows that's the best way, and I look at it as somebody that has never gotten any attention in life, maybe, where she needs to feed off of that to get people to feel sorry for her and give her attention. Yeah, just a thought. What is it? What is it? And the men. Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, what? She's so pissed off. Yeah, that really got me too. I have PCOS and multiple miscarriages. Excited to meet the baby. Yeah. Then to find out he's not. And I'm really feeling like medical documents with the blacked out part, which was really funny to me, because he actually did. They did report to YouTube and said personal information. It's like, what personal information? You blocked it all out. Yeah, right. And their threats. Empty threats. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a grief. Yeah, and it's like grieving sometimes, grieving something that was not real, and grieving a friendship. So you find what was fake, and you're right. When you find out that it was all one big lie, I mean, imagine, really. I mean, like what you guys are saying here, and I think that's why it hits me really hard with Lindsay's dad, and he did go up. Look at this. This is the new edition. Okay, she's a little hellion. So the biggest thing with that was he ended up going and making a post, and you guys all should go read it if you get a chance. And it was heartbreaking. It was sad, because this is his son, and actually when it kind of came out, when Hunter went on camera. Well, that was when Lindsay was asking, she wanted to know where her brother was. And I did the video, like, about Hunter, and he finally did that on camera. You're right. Now I forgot where I was going. It's live shit. See, I could edit, but I can't. Oh, with Lindsay, what did he do after that? Right away, start sending dad texts saying, hey, I'm going to leave Jess. Send me money. What the fuck? Really? I mean, that's seriously. Okay, Kat. Come on, you gotta get down. Okay, sorry. So yeah, it's, Rosemary was her mom too or not. Okay, mom wasn't sure if Rosemary was her mom too. Rosemary. That's a new name in a picture. I don't know who Rosemary is, but that's the only woman mom knew in Billy's life. Now who's Billy? I don't know who all these people are. It took enough for me to wrap my head around Jessica and her just scamming. At first, I call it the dark side of social media because it was all these profiles and her being on all these groups, and then it goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it really, it's sick. I think it's really sick. And the fact is, true. Still, they're not admitting it. Come on, man. Why are they not admitting it? Okay. Mom wasn't sure. I read that on one Billy. Okay. I had asked for a picture of the baby with Jessica and Hunter to see who he looked like. Not a single pic of them with a baby. That was what tipped me off too, Ange. And you know that was when I was going through all her stuff when it was still on before I got blocked on Facebook. I mean, who does that? Who has a baby? I mean, I know a lot of my friends and young girls have babies, man. They're all about those pictures, right? My new baby. Not one photo with Hunter. You know what? He does have a living, breathing daughter that he has chosen to have no interest in and no part of. And why is that? I mean, there was parts in